All right, Shalom. Call Lo Yal Bashim Yal Shai Bashim Rakakadash Barakatham. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, brothers on the highways and byways, pushing the truth and truth and sincerity. All right, this is the second part to Tried and Refined. I'm going to pick back up on Jeremiah, the 9th chapter, the 26th verse, dealing with these 2/3. In addition to the heathens, man. The heathens are uncircumcised in terms of the covenant. They don't have access to the law, statutes, and commandments. A veil, so to speak, has been placed over their eyes and their heads so they cannot see, and they have been blinded. In addition to that, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, the rebellious seed, the rebellious of the covenant, of the chosen, all right, the chosen people, I should say, are also veiled. They refuse to see. Or they refused the Lord, so the Lord did not allow them to see, I should say. So starting back on 9 and 26, it says, Egypt and Judah and Edom and all the children of Ammon and Moab and all that are in the utmost corners that dwell in the wilderness, for all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in heart. And that's just talking about basically the covenant being disannulled, man. A very small portion of the nation of Israel only hearkening unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushai dealing with just a small portion of the nation of Israel. And he basically letting you know that he's not dealing with these other nations as it described Edom, Moab, Ammon, and even Judah and Egypt and that gets into the 2/3 there. So I mean, the belief that these end times are going to be swell for the majority of the populace is just insanity, and it's just not going to be that way according to the scriptures. So when the Lord visits, and he's going to visit soon, it's only going to be something for 1/3 of the nation of Israel. All the other nations are going to be excluded from that. All right, and the portion of Israel that he's dealing with is the one that's been tried and refined. All right, as I had hit in the prior video, being put through this affliction, being put through persecution on a daily basis for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and taking it cheerfully. I had watched a video from the elder in Dallas, Elder Yashar Wamba, about dealing with persecution. All right, and it inspired me to continue dealing with the shit I'm dealing with in life. And I know every brother has things that they go through, and every brother will have affliction, as it is written, my son, if thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. All right, and that's the expectation that we are given when we are given this truth. All right, continuing on to reiterate the 1/3 salvation of Israel, and wrap this portion, the second small portion of tried and refined up. Zechariah 13 and 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd part shall be left therein. And that land is referring to Israel, all right, the nation of Israel, and 2 parts of it are rebellious. Real quickly, we'll refer to the chapter. Woe to Isaiah the 30th chapter, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. All right, and that's Israel's provocative in America and around the world in disobedience to their heritage and their covenant that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai gave them and commanded them to keep and follow. For example, today is the Shabbat, and then this evening will be the beginning of the new moon. So in recognizing the law, statutes, and commandments, and observing our Heavenly Father's law, we are to hollow the day out and not commence in any transactions or any exerting labor. You know what I'm saying? Brothers got jobs. I got to go to work later, and I'm going to be vehemently mad through it, but that's just a part of the persecution and part of the endurance aspect of this, and the necessity of this 1/3 that's striving to perfection for waiting for our King, Hamashiach Yahushai, okay, to come and get us out of here because we can't do it ourselves and we just have no hope. You know, the 1/3, we have the hope to strive for Yahushai, but without Yahushai and without Yahweh, without the promises of salvation and revisiting this wicked country and this wicked land that we live in today, we would have no hope. So this is what we strive for. This is what we live for. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, this is what we will die for. However, the other 2/3, the other 2 parts of the nation of Israel, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, this is what they bank on. This is what they worship, what they believe in, which would be in certain circumstances America or their native country that they're given over into captivity in. They worship their oppressors, just like they worship Pharaoh in the oppression in Egypt. And you still have 2/3 that believe that they're Egyptians to this day. So, and it's the same scenario, nothing new under the sun. 2/3 are rebellious, badass kids, and the Most High is just going to have to wipe them out because they won't listen. And then they're going to come back through the 1/3 who did listen. It's as simple as that. That walk, this is the second verse, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Egypt being then Egypt, but today Egypt would be America, or would be modern captivity, because in terms of prophecy and in terms of timelines in the Bible, there's nothing new under the sun. So the same oppression and captivity that was for us as Israelites in that time is the same oppression and captivity that is for us today. And you can prove that with the scriptures based on the fact that we haven't been saved yet. And the promise to the Israelites and the 1/3 will be that we would not serve in captivity, and we would be relieved from our bondage and our captivity when we were made to serve from our King, Yahushua Hamashiach, in this instance. All right. And we have not been saved. He has not returned. You know what I'm saying? So we are still in captivity, and then that's where the veil comes in, where the 2/3 just can't see it, because in their hearts they've been hardened, man. And that's where you really gotta also fear the Lord. You gotta fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because at any point you could wake up and have a hardened heart and start believing some shit that is completely bugged out or contrary to truth doctrine, true sound doctrine, which is given to us by the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and you know, the elders around the other camps and other worlds, you know what I'm saying, of Great Millstone, and then, you know, brothers that serve under other banners but serve the same doctrine. All right. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. And that's why they can't see. And that's why they can't see, man. And that's 2/3. So more so the heathens, and that the heathens would be the other nations. We're not going to get into physical identifiers right now because of the famine of the word that's approaching. But we know that the so-called, or the Israelites, are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans by base appearance. And then those bloodlines that go back to those base identifiers in the world we live in today. But then again, seeing my appearance, that is really, like I said, base and beginning. It's the beginner level of understanding of how Israel is who they are today. But it's a bloodline thing, and it's only for the blood of the kinsmen and those that pertaineth to the tribes. You know what I'm saying? Of the adoption. Let's see if I can find veiled real quick, and then we'll end it. If that's how you spell veiled. Maybe. No, maybe it's not veiled. It's veil. bad. 2 Thessalonians 2:11. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. And that's 2/3 being given over, and that's the heathens being, given over. Of course, they were never a part of the covenant. If you understand the scriptures in entirety, the ending was already written from the beginning. But more so, they were condemned when Yahushua walked the earth and the Gentiles killed him and murdered him, in addition to the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, which assisted in that. So, and that's where we're at today. Those same people are here today again, oppressing the hopefuls, and the hopefuls are our brothers, starting with the elder apostles down, and the elders around the other camps in GMS, and then the least brother, which would be myself, man. We're all hopeful to get the fuck out of here. Hopefully this is edifying, man. 2/3 shall be brought through the fire, 1/3 shall be saved. Just like you refine metal and ore in a furnace to bring out a pure metal to makeshift into your fashion. Roughly paraphrasing. Hopefully this was edifying. For now, say shalom.